I wanted to make this video since Teek launched back in May of this year, but I was too busy playing. Yes, shocking, right? This just shows how good of a game EverQuest is, even 25 years after its initial release. Surely the game has a lot of quality of life features today that it didn't have in 1999. Besides that, this relatively new rule set of random loot free trade makes the game so much better when we play at the fast pace of a time locked progression server where each expansion is out every 2 or 3 months depending if we have a level cap increase or not. And it is not just me talking. For those who didn't watch Dark Pulse 2024 FIPI Fest this June, I clipped an interesting bit from Fading's recap. Let's watch it.
For TLP players, there was some pretty incredible news that was shared by Lucy McLaurin about just how popular the Teek server is.
Is Teek the most successful player number-wise TLP that you've had?
Yeah, as far as I know, it's the biggest population that has ever been on any EverQuest server ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Round of applause for that. Go Teek players.
Amazing. Teek launched with a queue as was expected on a Wednesday. We had 1+ hour of queue every night until they upgraded Teek server capacity. This happened on the next Friday or Saturday, I don't remember. We were finally playing without any queue, but all the popular zones were packed. Even after this maximum capacity increase, queues returned to Teek on the first week of July, when we had a 76% bonus to experience, factions, and rare spawns. Let me tell you that this rule set is the perfect way to experience EverQuest 25 years after its release. It even made me aspire to complete all past expansions and maybe play live EQ one day. Do you like Teek's rule set? Before I give you my opinion, tell me why you like it or not in the comments below. For me, playing in this rule set made every level feels like Endgame. Classic EverQuest is not known for its great itemization, especially early on when you are still leveling your character to 50. Since when we are playing in TLPs we have little time to waste, most people either camp the better spots for experience or camp the highly sought after loot / farm platinum so they can get their chronos for cheap when their server is still low on the platinum coin supply. My group and I went in the maximized experience path, and to my surprise, one of the low-level camps that are good for experience, the Undead Ruins in North Row, had the best loot for the low levels. Hahotep, the rare mob that spawns there, was spawning almost 10 times per hour and dropping loot from all over Norath. It was good to finally get experience and some equipment at once. Those items were especially important for our tank, since we would head to Unrest around level 10. When we went to Guk at level 30, we got one of the best camps for experience there, Executioner. Sadly, the famous Flowing Black Silk Sash, or FBSS for short, the 21% haste belt, was not dropping there. It drops from the Frenzy camp normally, but I really dislike experience in that camp. There are not that many mobs and the levels drag a lot when trying to get Frenzy to pop and drop the belt. But in Teek, it was also dropping in the Hamlord camp, which has 3 named mobs, a reanimated hand, a Ghoul Archmagus, and a Ghoul Lord. That is, in my opinion, the best camp from 35 to 40, and the Ghoul Archmagus could also drop the FBSS. My brother won a row for that belt while leveling to 40 there, and he gave it to me. My monk had FBSS as early as level 36. At that time, it was selling for 1 chrono. Having 2 different spots in Guk alone that could drop an item that costed 1 chrono is huge for everyone. If you counted all the other spots around the world that could also drop this item, then you'd see how easy it is to get the awesome loot that are sometimes too difficult to obtain in era on TLPs. Now, after 2 months of release, that same belt is going for 1000 plat. A chrono today is around 45,000 plat, so you can see how items lose their value really fast. That is also a good thing for people to catch up. My advice for you playing in Teek is use your items and then sell them fast, before their price collapses. I got a fungi tonic and a fungi staff and sold both for 3 chrono and a half. Nowadays, both of them together cost less than half a chrono. If you want an item badly and it is still expensive, just wait a couple weeks and it will surely fall in price. So, sell fast and buy slow. To finish this up, the last reason I really like this rule set is that I feel I accomplished all I wanted and have sort of completed the expansion in Era. I am still raiding with my guild, but I got everything I wanted. I have my epic, my grey sweet boots, and my spirit wrecked cord. And I play only 3 to 4 hours a day. Some days I don't play at all. It is not that hardcore as it once was. We still have 1 month until the Scars of Values launch and I am already set. If you gave up on a past TLP because you had trouble getting the items you wanted, try Teek, you'll love it. I like it so much I started playing thinking I'd only last until the Plains of Power. And now I'm thinking maybe I'll see more expansions? Could I even hit live here? I'm not sure, but I am having so much fun I don't see me quitting anytime soon. See you in the next video, or in game, or better yet, in both.